Hey guys, it's RJ the Fed. We're back with another Dave Vogelsang sample. We got the 10 Cup 14 year, release number 1 bourbon whiskey. I was at a bar that had 10 Cup and some other whiskey. I can't remember what it is now. And I asked them how much it was for a pour. They didn't tell me. They just brought me a glass of it. And then I asked again when they brought the glass, and they said, because I asked like, which one is it? Because I asked about 2 different ones and they couldn't tell me, so I told them, well, that I'm just gonna have to pass, because they're like, oh well, it's like $14 or $15 for the one that I was looking at. It was a cheaper one, and I think they said it was like 20 something for the 10 cup. So I was like, why would I pay $20 for a pour of a $40 bottle? But this is the 10 cup 14 years, so this is a little bit more pricey than a $40 bottle. But just trying different stuff, you know. Been looking at the liquor store trying to find bottles that I haven't had or tried, or something from a different distillery, and this is one I was looking forward to. Dave showed me his collection and said I could pick something out and he would make it happen, and that was one that I was like, man, I'd actually love to try that before I buy it, because the 14, I want to say it comes in like this cardboard tube, kind of like an E.H. Taylor, a little bit more heavy duty, a little bit more stout, kind of like a almost like a Scotch tube that I've seen. Definitely a hefty 2-ounce pour. It's all the way up to the brim. Pour up a little bit of that. So funny story on that one, and now funny story on this one. This is a Jack Daniels Sinatra Select 90 proof. Another one I was asking about because recently I just started trying Jack Daniels products. I've had like Old Number 7, obviously, because like whiskey cokes, it's one of the norms, one of the staples. We've had, I got a Jack Daniels barrel proof rye sitting over here beside me too. We've had a barrel proof select, a couple store picks. The first time I tried this Jack Daniels Sinatra Select, I was young and dumb, guys. It was my buddy's birthday. We were hanging out at another buddy's house. There was a bottle of this. The box wasn't present at the time. That was just sitting on the table. And we had bought some HEB brand Dr. B. And I actually had a glass of this with ice and Dr. B. So not even regular Dr. Pepper, the knockoff brand. But at least this one's cane sugar for the Dr. B. And that was our first take and impression of Jack Daniels Sinatra Select, was actually mixed with a soda. We had no idea how much the bottle cost at the time or anything like that. I was drinking it in the morning. Buddy woke up, walked over and said, hey, what you drinking on? I said, oh, whiskey coke. He's like, which bottle? I pointed at the Jack Daniels Sinatra, and I got a really mean mugged look. He punched me in the arm and said, do you know how much that bottle costs? He's like, I'm not upset that you had some of it, because it's like you're more than welcome to. But he's like, don't ever mix that with Coke again. So that was my first take with Jack Daniels Sinatra. So now that we've kind of got into drinking whiskey, we're going to try this neat, the way it's probably intended to be drank, along with this 10 cup 14 year. So we'll start out with the 10 cup. A lot of vanilla on the nose. Oakiness. Kind of what you would expect for a bourbon, actually, like just typical bourbon notes. Doesn't really coat the glass as well as I would like. Very light in color. I mean, I don't expect too much. It's 84 proof, so just a few proof points higher than that base 80. Very woody. A little bit of leather. This is the first drink of the day, so we're trying to, you know, warm up that palate and really give you guys that first impression on this 10 cup 14. I think the coolest part about when you buy these bottles in stores, they actually do come with a metal tin cup so you can drink it out. I don't know if it's meant for like backpacking or not, for people to drink on the go. You figured, you know, if you're going to do the whole cater to the backpacking guys, you'd probably use plastic rather than glass bottles just because of weight. Smells pleasant. Not sure on the taste yet. It does have some sweet notes, but it has some leather too. A little too oaky for my take. As I sip it more though, it is lightening up. It's just heavy on oak and leather. I don't like leather notes, so I have to thank Dave for this. I think I'll be passing on the tin cup if I see it on the shelf, based off of this impression. We'll revisit the sample later, off camera. Pick up the trash later. Got some water over here to cleanse the palate. I don't know how far this will be in frame, but we're gonna move this over here. A little better audio quality. Got a Discord message from my buddy Sam. We'll check that out in a minute. All right, and the Jack Daniels Sinatra, the one that I tried with ice and Dr. B, which is basically sugar cane Dr. Pepper. Smells super sweet, super buttery on the nose, very vanilla. Very sugar forward. Not a lot of oak. It's a very light one too. It's what, 90 proof? Yeah, 90 proof. It has the mouthfeel and the butteriness of like a Weller 12. Like it's just super viscous, very smooth, very savory. Sits on the palate nicely. It has a slight, tiniest bite of oak, but everything else is just super smooth vanilla caramel. Yeah, this is good. Now, someone was saying in one of the Discord groups that you should buy a different Jack Daniels product instead of the Sinatra Select because it was almost identical or similar. I don't know how true that is. If that is true, please leave it in a comment on this video. What Jack Daniels drink similar to the Sinatra Select for a fraction of the price? Because you can find this for around, I want to say $135 a bottle, but that's kind of a lot to pay for what you're getting because it is only 90 proof. I think a lot of it you're paying for the packaging, the branding, and the name, which is fine. But if you can drink similar or the same for less, I always like doing less. Wow, that's just so good. So easy to drink. It just goes right down. To think I was young and dumb and didn't like whiskey and just couldn't handle the flavor. And now I can just sit here and enjoy this Glen like it's literally nothing. I'm pretty sure I made bitter, sour faces when I tried this too, even with mixing it. This is way more enjoyable than this 10 Cup 14 year. This is release number 1 though for the 10 Cup 14 year, which is pretty crazy. I will say that. So, both of these were from Dave Vogel saying great samples. Wow, it's a good thing too to be able to try this again without having to go out of my way to buy a bottle. Because I think that if I do buy this bottle again, and I probably will buy a Jack Daniels Sinatra, it's not gonna be for me. It'll be for my buddy Nick. That was whose birthday it was when he had his birthday bottle. We might get him another bottle, maybe something different. But I think we do want to get this because it's just a funny memory that I have of going over there, hanging out, staying the night. I woke up in the morning, poured up a little whiskey in the morning, and then I find out how much the bottle cost. That was before we all had jobs and made real good money, or even decent money. Some of us still don't make decent money, but he's doing pretty well for himself now. But this was a lot of money for us back in the day. This was definitely like a celebratory bottle. You guys might laugh and joke with the price of this bottle compared to what some of you guys might have. You know, some of you guys have like Pappy and BTAC, so it's just kind of crazy. That's just so smooth, so sweet, so easy to drink. I can see why this was definitely a bottle he wanted. I know he's a big Sinatra fan. Frank Sinatra was definitely someone he listened to on a regular around us. Tin Cup 14, though, not quite doing it for me, man. Not quite doing it for me. We'll revisit it now that we've had some Sinatra. This was a treat. This is like a dessert pour. That was good. I'm glad I still have, a big chunk of the sample left. That's the cool part about these samples too. Even though we use these 2-ounce containers for our samples, you only need about half an ounce or less to get a real good taste on it, nose, feel, if you like it or don't like it. And that saves you for about 2 to 3 more glens of it, as long as you're light on your glen pours. You don't have to go crazy. And if you do go crazy, like you finish this one off, you can just pour up some more right after. You don't have to fill your glen and then have to put your spit water back in the sample to reuse later. Yeah, this one's just way more harsher, way more oaky, which is crazy because it's only, it's 6 proof points lower, so it's actually lower alcohol content, but it's just a lot more oaky, which is crazy because this is a 14-year, so I'm really curious in the Sinatra on what the age statement is for it. A little Kentucky Chew with it, a little bit of saliva help dilute it. Still just get this heavy oak taste to it. I mean, it's whiskey. I'm not going to sit there and bash it for what it is. I mean, it's definitely like a bourbon. It's not like it's drinking too heavy or too watery. It's not barrel proof by any means at 84 proof. That's low. It just drinks way hotter than its proof point. 14-year age statement. You think it'd be a little bit more well-rounded and smoothed out, but not doing it for me. This is going to be my double bottle review, guys, of the infamous and famous Jack Daniels Sinatra Select, especially with my experience with it. And then being able to try this without having to pay a bunch at a bar for their regular release and actually trying the upgraded one. This is the 14-year. Regular Tin Cup's cheap. This one's a lot harder to find, I would say, and it's more expensive. But it being release number 1, also very cool. So once again, Jack Daniels Sinatra Select in the Tin Cup 14-year. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, comment if you guys have an alternative for this Jack Daniels Sinatra Select. Otherwise, we'll be buying one anyways. And I will see you guys next time. It's RJ the Fed signing out.